on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app.
O'Connor and Company.
We are flying along on this Wednesday morning, the day before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Eve is a fun day. It's not officially a thing, but it is.
It's really fun because you have family coming into town, or the office is really quiet. I mean, and there's just festivity in the air.
The boss is out of town, hypothetically.
Hypothetically,
speaking.
right?
Coming up here on O'Connor and Company, as we get you in the spirit for Thanksgiving, we got plenty of help. At 7:35, Jane Hampton Cook, a presidential historian, will talk about the history of Thanksgiving, especially how it relates to the presidency. 8:05, Aiden Johnston, Gun Owners of America. Marylanders won a big ruling yesterday for their right to protect themselves with a handgun. And at 8:35, Dr. Ben Carson, who always sort of brings it home in terms of gratitude and is a great man of faith. I'm Larry O'Connor. Patrice Onwuka is with us, and I'm grateful that you are. And I don't know about you, Patrice, but in my family, one of the traditions that we have, because we're sort of a musical family and a Broadway theater family. My roots are in Broadway theater. And I love watching the Macy's parade because one of the features, as the parade is making its way down Broadway to get to Herald Square, they perform numbers from all the musical theater shows that are on Broadway. It becomes kind of an advertisement for tourism in New York, and I've just always enjoyed the balloons. I've always enjoyed the parades, and Terry Schilling is here to ruin that for me. Terry Schilling, president of American Principles Project. And okay, go ahead, Terry. How have they ruined my favorite Thanksgiving parade?
Well, thank you so much, Larry. I'm excited to be here. Listen, this is actually a really exciting, groundbreaking, never before done Macy's Day Parade. They actually have transgender participants and non-binary participants. We're making history. America's breaking new ground. In next year, they've announced that they're going to have Peppermint Patrick and a pregnant Charlie Brown as floats in the parade. So we're really excited about that.
That can't be.
No, I'm kidding about that. I'm kidding
but
about
we
that
wouldn't
part.
be surprised.
Don't give them any ideas, right?
Isn't that funny that we say jokes like this and it actually could be true?
Yeah.
Right? This is.
Oh yeah.
This
we're
is
living in the Babylon Bees world now, Terry. You know that.
No, that's it. But this is shocking and it's appalling, right? I mean, these parades are aimed at children, right? When I was growing, I haven't actually watched a Thanksgiving or Christmas Day parade since I was a kid, it's aimed at kids, and that's the main target of the left is they want to go after our kids, introduce these harmful and society-destroying ideas, and get them young when they still believe in Santa Claus, right? That's the thing. These kids still believe in Santa Claus, so of course if you tell them that you can change your gender or not be born in the right body, they're going to believe you because they believe stupid things. They're kids. They have imaginations.
Terry, we believe in Santa Claus here on O'Connor and Company as well as and all of those kids who are in the car right now with mom and dad, or maybe in the kitchen, they would just want you to. Terry, don't make me responsible for this, okay? Go ahead, Patrice.
You know what? I will just tell you, Santa Claus is very real in our household, too.
Very good. Very good. Terry, I think you hit the nail on the head. They are trying to, this woke agenda is trying to infiltrate every family-oriented tradition, American tradition. My family, we're from the Caribbean. We're immigrants, but I love and still love watching something so American as Thanksgiving and seeing the end with Santa Claus come and usher in the holiday season. So you're saying, I love how Americans have pushed back against wokeism at Target this year. You have a plan to push back against wokeism in the parade. Tell us about it.
Well, we've been organizing parents over the past 4 years to fight back against all this woke stuff, especially as it pertains to our kids in schools. But that can't happen unless we start winning back elections. And so going into next year, we have a $25 million plan. We're already halfway there to our goal, where we're going to invest $25 million into electing new people, getting good pro-family people into office that are going to protect parental rights, protect the innocence of our kids, fight this whole transgender industry. And we're going after the top core 4 states, right? Because what we found is that this is all federally rooted. The federal government's giving out all this money, and they're tying strings to it, and they're forcing schools to have transgender programs, forcing them to have DEI programs, right? And so we're going to focus on getting a new president elected, getting new senators elected, and getting new people all across the board elected to office so they can start changing things and turning things around.
Well, that's what needs to happen, and that's the American Principles Project, right? That's getting that done.
Yes, and that, you know what, Larry, you're just reminding me. I have been meaning to send you guys some tickets to our gala with Tucker Carlson on December 7th in Pentagon City.
Oh, wow.
We got Tucker Carlson and Riley Gaines coming. You guys can find out more about it at appfball.org. But I'll email you guys your tickets because you guys would be lovely guests of honor for me.
Please
I'd love
do.
to have you.
We count on us being there. The Macy's parade. Again, you think of Miracle on 34th Street, right? And the great tradition that goes along with everything connected to this parade. And I remember, Terry. I'm not kidding. We do watch it in our family every year. Because of the Broadway shows, it's sort of a way to see what's happening on Broadway. And I kid you not, they did a number from Kinky Boots. Kinky Boots, which is all about drag queens and dressing in drag. And I mean, even the name, Kinky Boots, it's like, and they specifically do it in family hour, 9:30 in the morning on Thanksgiving when everyone's gathered around. And I had to turn off the TV. It's like, this is what is happening here. And, you know, we get criticized, Terry, when we say they're targeting children, but we wouldn't say it if they would just stop targeting children.
No, that's exactly right. And, you know, Larry, I don't know if you read some of these stories about the drag queen story hours, but the names that these drag queens choose that are reading the books in front of kids, I can't even say them on your show.
Yeah.
They're so inappropriate and disgusting. And these moms, these moms that are in suburbia on all their SSRIs and drinking wine all day, they're just bringing their kids. It's the craziest thing. I mean, you're supposed to protect your kids as a parent, and these parents are feeding their kids to the wolves. It's so disheartening, but there's still a lot of great parents out there who are fighting back, and it's really encouraging.
Yep, and they're following your lead, Terry Schilling. Follow him on Twitter, by the way. Really great content. It's Schilling1776. And I appreciate you joining us, Terry. Good stuff as always. And have a happy Thanksgiving with that giant brood of yours.
Number 7 in March. Next March is number 7.
Oh, wow.
So thank you so much, guys.
Congratulations.
Unbelievable. That's impressive. She's outpacing Bethany Mandel at this point.
Yes.
Now Bethany's going to have to outdo you. Here you go. Let's go, Seth. All right. Thank you, Terry. It's 7:15.